chasing someone. Love with all your heart.
What's up, YouTube? I'm going to be doing a review on Empire Perique, one of my rarer bits of tobacco. So I did a video of opening this tin up. Oh man, it smells so good. I'm a little interested to see what the Orientals do, but stay tuned. Alright guys, what's going on? I'm gonna try a little bit of this. I don't think I'll do a full flake. Plant a Perique Flake. It's a VaPer with some Turkish, some Orientals. So probably do that size there. It is a bit windy too, so we'll see how this will play out. And I just love the feel of these tins, these square ones. So let me get this loaded up and I'll be back. On first light, you could get some of the breadiness of the Virginias. And the Perique has this kind of stone fruit profile. This flake did have sugar crystals starting to form. The interesting part is the Perique is pretty subtle. And you only really feel the Perique at the end of the draw. It's a nice, peppery, a little bit of heat, nothing too spicy. And good natural tobacco taste. There's no, it's not profile or flavored. When I opened the tin, it almost smelled like a fruit topping. The Virginias are a little grass, but mostly it kind of finishes with this bread note. And I'm almost wondering if that's the Orientals. Some Orientals can come off as like buttery or toasty, I heard. And the only Orientals I really tried have been more on the sour side, kind of tangy. But this is real mellow in a good way. There you go. I'm trying to get a nice. I only packed like maybe 2/3 of a full flake, I think. I try to really get in there with the matches. I did it a couple times. I might hit it up again. I'm trying not to use the lighters because I really want to parse the flavors out if I can. It's got a really nice, subtle fruitiness, natural fruitiness. I'm curious to know how much Perique is in it, because flavor-wise, it doesn't feel like there's a lot in there, but it's got a pretty good nicotine content. I'm feeling a little bit of a buzz coming on. I'm also trying to get it lit well so I can keep that flavor going, so I know I'm hitting it pretty hard. I tend to do that on impressions or reviews because I'm trying to find the flavors. I'm also trying to, I was as I do it, I was rewatching one of my videos, so I was gonna put a title, and I noticed I have like really intense eye, like I'm always squinting. Part of it my eyes aren't as good as before, but I don't know, maybe I'm trying to work on not being so. But this is quite a treat. I'm trying to figure out what I can kind of compare it to as a VaPer. I'd compare it to Former's Crosscut Flake. That's a very, like a naturally sweet Virginia Perique Flake that's subtle. This has a little bit more of a fruity, natural sweet taste to it. And I'm wondering if that breadiness I'm tasting is the Orientals, which kind of frames the fruitiness of the Virginias and that stew fruit of the Perique that you can sometimes get. I think on the draw coming in, and on your exhale, the fruit, the kind of stewed fruit that I'm tasting is almost like if you've ever boiled or stewed like tart strawberries, kind of. I'm a little hesitant to say that because when you think of strawberry, you think of like confectionery flavors, like that Larson that I have, W.O. Larson, is a strawberry pipe, and it's nothing like that. Like if you've ever had natural, really good fruit that you've stoved or you cooked, that you stewed, apples, cranberries, blueberries, those are the tastes I'm getting. I'm just saying you have a difference between artificial flavoring, obviously, and real flavor, and this is like a nice fruit. Some bread, yeah, like I think it's also bright out here. I'm trying to. I think it almost tastes like a buttered, like a like a toast with some strawberry jelly on it. If you were to take that in a real world, non-artificial tobacco way. And I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. But I did mess up my pack. Let me try and get this going. My draw's a little off. Wow, that is a good flake. I'm going to keep at least half stored and just keep it in the cellar and forget that I have it. It's like a nice, deep, rich sweetness. Again, that spice is really subtle. It kind of creeps up at the end of the exhale. It's a nice rounded long finish with this nice spice. It's like the tobacco version of taking a shot or spirits or liquor. You have this nice kind of slow creep, not overpowering at all. And I'm really surprised at kind of the fruit taste that I'm getting from it, and not just a typical, oh yeah, Virginia Perique, you get like a stewed fruit. It's a little richer, a little deeper, some brightness, and that's what made me think of like a strawberry. So I'm smoking it. I do have a filter in here, 9mm filter. I was gonna make some coffee, but excuse me. I'm gonna choke my own spit over here. Ooh. So I was gonna make some coffee, but I really wanted to check out the flavor profile of this. And I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be kind of a sour or tangy forward blend with some nice Perique notes, or highly Perique notes, a lot of Perique notes, and so I expected that sour, that tang, and I thought it was going to be a very peppery, spicy blend. It is called a Perique Flake, so that's kind of that was what I was anticipating, and not really at all what you're getting in the bowl. That jumps right up there with one of my favorite, I dare say. Definitely a good impression, great impression. One of those blends for sure that I'm a little, what's the word, apprehensive, because it's so good and they're harder to find. That is really nice. If I can ever come across this again, I'm gonna definitely see what I can do to get it. There seems to be a few kind of standard unicorn blends here in the States anyway. Rich Dark Flake, any Germains really, Esoterica, in the same company, I think. McClellan's, of course. And in America we have the McVarian. I think they're what there's Holger Dansk you can get. There's 3 options here in a lot of the main sites. I mean, Planta. Most of the mainstay sites have like 1 or 2 tins that are available for Planta. And I said this in one of my other videos, but I'm finding that a lot of my favorite tins are German manufactured, German blends. I'm getting a nice kind of powdered sugary taste, like sugar plums. Retrohale, super smooth, and has some of that buttery notes. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more research and see which tobaccos are really in here. It just says Turkish or Orientals, and I'm guessing those are the continental leaves that have that buttery characteristic. And I gotta say, this is changing my perception of Oriental blends, or I shouldn't say it, it's not right. Blends with Oriental leaf in it. If you guys like Oriental blends, please let me know which ones have that buttery profile, because that is really good. And up until now, I stayed really distant from Oriental blends. The ones that I've tried were, like I said, very tangy or sour. When I think of VaPers, first thing that comes to my mind is Cornell and Deal Cajun Cake, which I really like. It's a strong one. It'll kick your ass. It kicks my ass anyway. Very Perique heavy, stewed fruit. Then it kind of settles into like a molasses, brown sugar taste. This just keeps getting buttery, and then that frames a really nice Virginia sweetness and that Perique sweetness. So I really do feel like I'm having, you know, a jellied piece of toast in a bowl in the best way you could imagine. So let me know if you have blends with Orientals that kind of have that profile. And it might be, like I said in one of my other videos with Burleys, is now that I'm kind of, I knew what I liked and I'm getting more of experience smoking different blends, I'm more open and I can appreciate different blends. Some stuff is still like, I just not for me, but I'm gonna have to try and find a blend that's a VaPer with a little bit of Oriental that gives it that buttery flavor. It's a whole new hunt just started, fellas and sisters. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. It's going on 18 minutes. So all I can say is wow, that's a good one. I'm glad I pulled the trigger on this. At first I thought that I was kind of just getting it because it was one that it sounded like no one really asked about when I reached out to the guy, and I think everyone just went straight to the McClellans, and they were hitting up the early 90s, and price range, you know, I had a fixed budget from when I saw the video of what I was going to be able to spend if he had tins in that range, and this one piqued my interest. The Perique piqued my interest. Okay. Well, I know it's kind of long and stream of thought, but it's a tobacco that I have not seen. I've seen 2 videos on it. Maybe I just wasn't looking in the right places. But there you go. That's my first impression / review of Planta's Empire Perique. If you have a hankering to get rid of this, if you have it, please reach out to me. Let's figure it out, a trade or something. That's so good. Probably won't happen though. Alright, you guys. Take care. Smoke something good. Be safe like that. Love y'all, and I will catch you later.